Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Nerds Doing Nerd Things. On this week's episode, we are talking about the brand new Minions movie, The Rise of Gru. With me on the show tonight is my good buddy, Mr. Mellis the Jaw. What's going on, Will?
It's me, Mario. Woohoo!
How's your week been so far?
What?
Yeah, I feel that. I 100% feel
Saturday?
that.
I went off on Saturday. Can it be Saturday?
Why, what's Saturday again?
I just don't have work.
Oh, yeah, this is true. Because I don't know where everybody else is from, but up here in Connecticut and in the Northeast, it has been hot as a mother trucker and humid as a bigger mother trucker. But, Will, we're talking about the second Minions movie, like the newest one.
Yes, this is the second Minions movie.
And boy, I don't know what I thought going into it, but man, am I happy that we actually ended up seeing it, and we actually ended up seeing it together. But before we get into all that, Will, you got some exciting news on what you're working on right now. You want to tell our wonderful viewers, listeners, and everything what you got cooking?
I mean, not really, because I have no idea when I'm going to start it. I need to be able to come up with a consistent schedule, and that's just not working out.
Oh.
But
Okay.
I'm gonna be streaming Pokemon stuff soon. Eventually. I have a setup, I have everything. It's just I want to do it consistently, and right now I don't have the kind of schedule where I can do it consistently.
Yeah, I'm very excited for you to start that because I'm going to stalk your Twitch, YouTube, or whatever you do it on like a hawk and bombard you with, "Hi, Will. Hi, Will. You catch that Pokemon, Will." Yeah.
It'll be mainly shiny hunts, let's plays, stuff like that. Dabbling into competitive.
So
Because competitive is fun in this game, in both Unite and
So before we get started and into the Rise of Gru, I got a funny story that, Will, you might actually get a kick out of here.
I mean, what you got for me?
So, as I know you know, my father and brother are over in Italy right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know what possessed my father to wake up at, 8 o'clock their time over there. But he messages me. He goes, "AJ."
Which would be what time our time?
If it's 8 a.m. there, it's 3 a.m. here.
Oh.
He goes, "AJ, I have a freebie at Dunkin', and there's no Dunkins around me. It expires today. Do you want it?" I go, number one, yes. Two, you're in Italy, and you're thinking about getting a coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. You're
Why
in
not?
Italy.
Yeah, why not?
'Cause it's espresso land over there.
Oh, I don't know.
But no, he's got
That bull-
he's got an espresso machine upstairs, and he got an espresso machine downstairs. And my cousins know how to make them beautifully. But no. I suspect that his phone was like, "You're going to lose this today if you don't use it." But I go, "Dad, it is 3 o'clock in the morning." He goes, "Oh, wait, that's right." Wakes me up out of a dead sleep when I finally got to sleep for him to be like, "Do you want coffee?" Obviously, my answer to that is yes. Don't get me wrong. But dang, it is early to be thinking about that. All right, so that's my little funny bit that happened early this morning. Now, Will, going into Minions: The Rise of Gru, what were your thoughts on it?
My thought was that, really, it should have been the original Minions. Like, I feel like Minions 1 shouldn't have existed, and the origin story on Gru should have been the thing.
Okay. Now, now that you've seen it and seen both of them, are you happy that they both coincide?
A little bit more, but I still think like I still feel like Minion. We should have just had one Minions movie, and it just be on the factor of like the origin story with them finding Gru and everything. But I also get why the first one needed to exist.
Yeah, I do too, and I very much liked the first one. I thought Scarlet Overkill and that whole I want to be the queen thing with Sandra Bullock being Scarlet Overkill, I very much enjoyed. But this movie was by far so much better than I was anticipating. And Will, over your expectations, I know you wanted just this is the movie we should have gotten, but overall, did this movie meet your expectations before we really start talking about the characters?
Yeah, I liked it because it's still like because you would think like okay, you're making a movie on Gru. You would think you would make the focus on Gru, and it really wasn't. It was the focus was still on the minions, which I will appreciate. But they also like let Gru have his origin story too.
Yeah, I think it was very evenly split, and give or take, because I feel like Gru had his story, and then the minions had their story separately, but also at the same time they coincided and weaved in and weaved out.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So let's talk about Gru. Are you happy that what they did with Gru, with the Villainous Six, wanting him to be that next player of the Villainous Six after pretty much them trying to kill Wild Knuckles?
I thought it was cool, like because it was like, where did Gru get his wanting to be a villain from? Like he didn't know his dad was a villain until Despicable Me 3. Spoilers.
And I've never seen any of them.
Spoilers.
Damn it, Wade.
However,
did you just brain fart?
yeah, kind of brain fart. I just appreciated how he actually had like where his origins came from. I just like that a lot.
I liked it to the point where you see him in school and they're on career day and the teacher asks Gru, what does he want them? I want to be a super villain.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yes, if that's what we're gonna see, I like to see it from the get-go.
I liked seeing young Nefario too.
Yeah,
like young
true.
Nefario was funny.
But honestly, I really liked this movie overall. But let's talk about that Villainous Six: Bellbottom, Master Crow, Nunchuck. Which one was your favorite out of the six? You could even throw in Wild Knuckles here.
So, mine is Jean-Claude.
Okay.
For a really like silly reason.
Is it because it's voiced by Jean-Claude Van Damme?
No. It's actually because I have a D&D campaign that I play on Fridays, and our like shopkeeper is named Jean-Claude. And so it makes me laugh, and that this is now my image of Jean-Claude.
So going back to the movie, as I'm looking at the IMDb on this screen so I could actually see who's playing what character, the voice of Jean-Claude is actually Jean-Claude Van Damme. Which, kind of funny there. At least,
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
But no, you see Gru get denied with the Villainous Six
instantly.
Yeah, like they made that decision the minute he walked in that building. Like, I mean, the minute he walked
in that room.
Yeah, and the only person that was rooting for him, honestly, was Nefario.
Yeah, Nefario was like real in his corner from the get-go, and I kind of really liked that.
So did I, because I guess that adds to what we're going to see in Despicable Me, even though I've never seen them. But, and then the minute he gets shot down, gets told to leave, the next guy comes in, and as they're being distracted, Gru is like, I'm going to show why you should have accepted me.
Yeah, he went to go steal the Zodiac.
He didn't want to. He did.
Yeah, he was very successful in
that. and then the little, we're not going to say little here, but the fun really happens because then he gives it to a minion.
Yeah, well, I mean, it made sense because they were only really going after Gru, so it made sense to give it to a minion, but they gave it to Otto.
Yeah, that's the issue there. And we've seen Otto as the big goofball and likes to make the mistakes, even though he rectifies those mistakes. But he's got the pet rock.
Oh my god.
He's got Rocky. But right there, after they tell Gru what they've done, he fires them, and I feel so bad for those minions.
Mm-hmm. But I kind of get it too. Like that was like the one thing you needed to not do, and you did it.
Yes. Yeah, you had one job. Like, we were going to be successful, and then you took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I love the chase scenes throughout the whole movie. I love how Gru gets abducted by Wild Knuckle, and then that becomes like his pseudo father figure. And I really like this movie, and that it's gonna be a short episode because it's a mini movie and it's just Will and myself here. But thank you everybody for watching right now. Hit that like button and subscribe. Probably should have said that earlier, but that final fight with the Zodiacs and everything, on how they turned into characters.
Oh yeah,
animals and all that stuff.
Yeah, they turned into creatures of the Zodiac.
That was absolutely badass, and I'm still laughing at all the minions getting turned into, a chicken, a turtle, a rabbit, while all the other ones are a dragon.
Well, I think it was to show that that they can either make you like an enhanced version of the animal or into like a lame version of the animal.
Yeah, absolutely. But it brought a new dynamic to the movie. Like, this kid who is literally just, I'm going to call him a super genius because of all the stuff he creates inside of his own house. He just wants to be evil. But, you see how his gears work and what he cares about, and you see him start really caring for the minions even though they make mistakes, and overall they rectify it. And I honestly thought at the end of that, which, spoiler alert, because, we're talking about it, I really thought Wild Knuckle was dead. I really did. Did that come across on your end?
I thought at first he was, so when they did the first betrayal, and he died in like the beginning, I honestly at that point thought he was genuinely dead. When they did it at the end of the movie, I was like, nah, fam, he's not dead.
Well, I think I said it when we were watching the movie. I go, oh, he's over water, he's fine. And then when he got burnt like a roasted marshmallow, I was like, no, he's probably dead. It's game over. He's dead. And
yeah, but I mean, kid movies like that, they don't really do like death, like big death like that. So
yeah, I guess you're not wrong with that. But I think they could have gotten away with it because he's competent, coherent as they go into the ambulance, and then right to the funeral. Gru is crying, and then you see for the side of the tree. You don't see me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yes, he's dead in everybody else's eyes except Gru's, which that then becomes his super villain father figure.
Kind of origin, yeah.
Yeah. And then all the minions are in the back of the hearse as well. I overall love this movie and probably will actually watch it again at some point. But
yeah, I mean, you own it.
This is true. This is very true. You can get it on, I think, just on demand right now. I don't think the DVD doesn't come out till, what, the end of September?
Yeah.
I forgot. It took me a little while to realize that's what they're doing now.
Yeah, it depends on the movie. It depends on the company, like the producing studio. Universal hasn't really given that much of a shit about just releasing the movie. They just kind of just do it.
Do it. But overall, I really liked it, and I'm very happy that I'm able to go through these movies with you guys because I never watched them before at all. I had no care in the world. I think it really started with our mooning honey vacation when you and Susie got married and Jessica and I got married. And taking that wonderful trip to Disney and Universal and that Minions ride. That was fun. And I think that's what opened my eyes up to that, okay, it is for kids.
That was a very enjoyable simulator.
It was. Okay, but my brain goes, yeah, this is for kids, but it's like Disney kids. Like, it's for adults, too, at some points.
Mm-hmm.
And just like the first Minion movie, there are a lot of adult references in these movies.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I know we're sitting at about, I guess, 15 minutes of being on air. There's not a lot left. So we talked earlier on how your expectations going into this movie were.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about your actual coming out of seeing the movie. What were your thoughts?
It was cute. That was, I mean, really, it was a cute movie. It made me smile. To me, it was just a good movie. I thought it was a lot better than it ended up being. A lot better than I thought it was going to be.
I'm right there on the boat with you.
I wasn't like entirely sure at first.
Yeah.
Only because it's like another Minions movie.
You're probably thinking that they're making too many of them as there is.
Yeah, that's kind of was the effect that was happening.
Yeah. I am kind of on the same boat with you. I like the first Minions, but I was okay with that being the origin because you see Gru in the last 5 minutes. I was okay with it. But then when we actually sat down and watched it and laughed out loud at a lot of the antics, I was like, yes, this was well needed. I enjoyed it. I will recommend it. But I'm very excited to see what actual Despicable Me has in store. And do you think this is a good bridge from Rise of Gru to Despicable Me now? Because you've seen it, you can answer this question. I can't.
It does. To me, it does.
All right.
This kind of puts us, especially at the end with when you see Nefario and the original and Gru's ship, his original ship. I was like, oh, hot damn.
I saw what you did there.
It literally set us up for Despicable Me 1.
That's gonna end up watching that some point this weekend. Extreme Sim TV. Hi Matt, what's going on? He goes, AJ, you're a minion. Is it because I am bald?
Minion, AJ.
Is it because I'm bald and have glasses?
Yes.
Will, you're supposed to be on my side.
I am, but I'm also on the side of science.
But I'm not that short.
Doesn't mean you ain't a minion.
Okay, then who's the Gru in our friend group?
It's me.
You're not that evil. I would have said Paul is Gru. Because Paul is straight evil. But, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Will, where can people find your beautiful face?
Well, you can find me playing some Pokemon Unite right now. Getting my Switch ready for this whole event thing I want to do.
Well, how are you liking Pokemon Unite? I heard there was a recent update, and I know we kind of talked about it a tad on another video on the YouTube page, which you're actually watching right now. Click on the little Nerds logo, and it'll take you right to our page, and then click on the Pokemon. But, Will, how you liking Unite after that update?
I think it's good. I mean, I like it better than I've always liked it better than League of Legends. I think it's just better.
I'm guessing it's less toxic.
Well, you can't talk to people, really, so it's like
immediately less toxic.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. I mean, there is a voice chat system in here now, but really,
Mac goes, Susie is Gru, and you are all her minions. You know?
You see Susie here?
No,
see Susie here? No, I have overthrown her.
Why do I feel like we're gonna hear right down the stairs to her
Oh,
popping
we
up behind you?
100% are. We 100% are, but you know what?
All right, everybody. I'm AJ, and before I get to anything else, I'm going to send you over to Mr. Rob Paulson.
Hey, you guys, this is 625 here from Lilo and Stitch. Some people think of me as AJ Coppola. I don't care. Just follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, Twitch at NDTA Jalistar15, and Xbox and PSN at AJ All-Star 15. I should have said AJ All-Star, but I'm a sandwich maker. What the hell do I know? Do yourself a favor. Go get yourself a hot fudge marshmallow tuna fish and ham sandwich. All right? Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode. Go check a couple of other shows out. Thank you to, obviously, Will for coming on the show, but also thank you to Gulf Digital Services for helping me with learning some OBS shit and a lot of other designs for the background and overall making it look a little bit better on your end. I want to thank Ryan, Wrestling Over Everything, for putting us out there to his friend group, also with his wrestling friend group. But until next time, next week, we're talking about Despicable Me. Will and I will definitely be there. Hopefully we get the wonderful co-host back, but until then, Will is co-host now. But have a nice week, everybody. Stay safe, stay cool. It's been very hot, so please.
Yeah, I've been wanting to die.
Get into the AC if you can. Drink plenty of fluids. But please stay safe, stay cool, stay hydrated. We will see you next week for Despicable Me.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.